Hello, Rat members. It's time to experience some more Doki Doki Blue Skies, which had a pretty decent little start. You know, it immersed me in. It's probably a slow burner like the original game, where it'll get a little more spicy as it goes on, or it won't. And that is for us to find out tonight. But I think this is going to be a nice little stream. I really enjoyed the first one, you know. I'm not saying the mod was low quality or anything. It was perfectly fine, and I was enjoying myself. But I was enjoying the commentary and sharing time with you guys a little more. It was a really good time last week, so I'm excited for some more today. Zykas has got an ad, but I'm here. Well, you can't hear me, but welcome in, Zyka. And I'm excited to do more of this, and I'm even going to get my nice sound pad open for some goofs, gaffs, and laughs. I got my boohoo bibs ready. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what's funny, though? I need to apologize for, I guess you should say I need to apologize for giving misinformation on the internet. I was saying this was going to be a Sayori-based mod that had a lot of an emotional core to it. And apparently I confused this mod with a completely different mod called, I think it's called Rain Clouds or something. Doki Rain Clouds. This is Blue Skies. I guess you can probably see why I got it confused. However, this is a very highly rated mod, and it has multiple routes and endings, and apparently it's pretty well written. But it's not the mod I thought it was, though. What I thought was this depression-based Sayori mod that apparently got really in-depth with the story. And I will have to do that one, because I'm really curious about it. But I'm enjoying Blue Skies, alright? I played it by mistake, but I am enjoying it now. So we're going to go ahead and continue this. I'm just sad there's no Monica route. And that I can't show the NSFW. Maybe I'll, like, add it in a YouTube version. I don't fucking know. Maybe not. But anyhow, I think I can probably go ahead and get started in a few minutes here, but Zyka, how have you been enjoying your, I almost said Sunday, it's only Saturday. How have you been enjoying your Saturday this far? And thank God it's not Sunday, because these weekends go by too fast, as we all well know. I'm back to classic rap, by the way. I got my Sprite instead of my high apple cider today, because I just ate. I went grocery shopping. It's always good to do. You know, I only grocery shop like every 3 to 4 weeks because I stock the fuck up. And then I just eat the stuff that goes bad first. It's kind of a weird way to prioritize things. That's just how I am. Also, Taman says, hello. What are you, German? German, Taman? He has Untermann. Untermann. Sorry. Is that considered racist? Probably not. I'm just being silly. But, let me go ahead and get the game open now. Oh, I also found a new Mario. Sorry, not Mario. I found a new DDLC mod called Super Mario Brothers Super Show Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm not joking. It's the 80s fucking cartoon. The Super Mario Brothers. Get your head in the game. All right, like that fucking one with the that like cuts between the live action Mario's like, hey Luigi, we got a plumbing gig downtown in Brooklyn. But it's Doki, and it has multiple routes. And you can Riz Luigi. I am, oh my God, chat. You have no idea. It's gonna be so fucking insane. Yeah, I feel good. 9? Oh, okay. But yeah, it's gonna be good when we stream it, trust. I have to stream it. I really have to. I have a connection with the, rescue me before I fall into despair. What did it say? What? Wait, is this gonna get serious? I don't know too much about this mod, chat. Why did it say that? Is it gonna get spooky even? Oh, I don't know where this is going. Side-facing Monica. Oh, this is so weird. Monica, what are you doing? She looks so uncomfortable like that. Let her face forward, Blue Skies. What have you done to her? She has shackles on her arms. They're like, no, you have to face this way. She's like, I can see the player. Don't make me. Ugh. All right, anyhow. So where did we leave off? I think we just wrote our first poem. I think that's where we left off. Now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? Oh, we left off after buttoning up Sayori's blazer last time. And she talked about her boobs are getting bigger. So, okay. Let's see what happens now. I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf paper from a spiral notebook, and on the other hand, Monica's written in a neat black composition notebook. Can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. She's going to pull us. She's going to put us all to shame. You're damn right, MC! You're damn right! Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly complies while reaching into their bags. Wow. I like the blue color. It actually looks really nice. Monica first. I should start with Monica. Yes, she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Yes. Hi, Ratsmith. Hope you've been enjoying your time here. Yeah, definitely. I probably sound like a broken record by now, but everyone's been really welcoming. Haha, well, a broken record isn't so bad when it plays something so nice. I guess so. Anyway, since you're new and everything, feel free to bring up any questions or concerns you might have. The writing is very accurate to the original game. I'm kind of surprised. It's my duty as president to make sure that everything is perfect. I'd have to say you've been doing a pretty good job of that already. I doubt that I'll ever have anything to complain about. Either way, I'm still surprised by how nice the MC is in this one. Like, the MC in the original was a little bit of a dick. He was a nice guy, but he was like just a horny motherfucker and kind of rude to Sayori. A little, you know, like, what's the word I'm looking for? He just kind of pushed away the other girl's interest and just was being horny for them. Dismissive is the word I guess I'm looking for. Anyways, I'm always open to new suggestions for the club as well, so don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? They changed the line from I'm always listening. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. She says that, but it's going to be a bit intimidating to try to criticize Monica of all people. I really don't think there's going to be anything I'll need to speak up about either. One of the girls would probably say something before I ever needed to. Natsuki definitely would. Now that that's out of the way, feel like sharing your poem with me? You're damn right, Monica! Ah, this pose is still the best pose ever. I mean, I'm not like in a situation where I can easily stand while streaming, but in the GT Live, which is like the game theory, when they were playing this game for the first time, every time Monica hit this pose, they called it warrior form, and they'd get up and do this as Monica. They'd be like, "How's it going?" Every fucking time they. Hey guys, I'm not doing that. That would be a good workout though, but I'm not doing that because I'd have to pull out my chair every time. Anyways, I mean, I don't really have a choice in the matter, do I? You shouldn't be thinking like that. Yeah, I was just joking. Kinda. It's alright, Ratsmith. I get it's probably really awkward for you to share a creative work when you're just a beginner, especially since the rest of us have a bit more experience than you do. That's an understatement. Don't worry, though. We're all a little bit embarrassed today, you know. I don't think many people out there share their poetry on a regular basis. That's very true. When it's a sort of thing you get used to pretty quickly once you get over it. Once you get it over with. Yeah, that's true. Coffee says, Letty Whitecock? Who's Letty Whitecock? Excuse me? I hand over my poem with a sigh. Don't grade me too harshly. You'll be fine. I watched nervously as she quickly scans through my poem. Interesting poem, Ratsmith. But remember, chat, we were going after Sayori. It has a very mellow yet emotional feel to it. I didn't know that you were this in tune with your feelings, Ratsmith. I can feel my cheeks growing hot at her teasing. You think? No need to feel so embarrassed about this. Poetry's a very professional thing, so it's not surprising to see you putting your raw emotions down on paper. Speaking of raw, Monica. Ratsmith, calm the fuck down. I don't have a rap in this game. Actually, your poem reminds me of something Sayori would write. Really? How so? I mean, you and Sayori are really good friends, right? Shouldn't be too far-fetched for you two to write similarly. I guess you could say we used to be good friends at least. We drifted apart over the years, so I guess it surprises me that we could still have things like this in common. This club is a perfect opportunity to become closer again then, don't you think? I guess so. Anyway, much like yours, Sayori's writing tends to have a gentle feel to it. She often uses her words to quietly meander through her imagination and to explore different emotions. Most of the time, I find that she addresses happiness and sadness in equal amounts, creating a bittersweet tone. Wow, that's kind of unexpected of her. Maybe she changed more throughout the years than I thought. I know, right? Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy the pain of tragedy as well? That's a way of putting it. You know, sometimes you sound like Yuri when you talk about poetry. Really? I guess you really like it, huh? You could say that. It'd make me really happy if you could get into poetry as well. No pressure, right? For real though, feel free to explore different things and experiment. Maybe you'll find yourself writing in a way you've never would have thought you would, just like Sayori does. Yeah, I'm sure I'll end up doing a lot of different things before I settle on my own style. Here, this is what I got from my style so far. Oh, wicka, yo, Monaco, welcome to the Literature Club! Alright, that's not poetry. And it'll take a while before I'm completely comfortable with sharing my writing. That's perfectly fine. In fact, I'd probably be more surprised if you immediately started writing with your own style. Most people go through the same process that you're going through right now. I'm surprised that Doki Blue Skies leans into the writing critiques and commentary like the original game did. Because that was an aspect that a lot of weebs were really bored by. Like a lot of, like there was a lot of people like PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye and GT Live and there's some other ones that like really were interested in the writing aspect. Like they were like reading it like, wow, that's so true. And Monica's tips are really useful. And then there are others that are like, oh my god, when do we get to fuck these bitches? Stop talking about poems. But I like the writing. Of course the weebs would be bored by it. Of course. I love writing like this. It's actually really interesting. I would love to join their club. Our own little literature club here, rap members. I was gonna give you a hug, but my camera's really high right now. How does my camera look anyway? Oh, it looks fine. Oh, just off camera, you guys can kind of see my Frederick Fazbear shirt. I hope you guys enjoy it. You know, from this angle, it looks like I'm holding like giant tits, and I'm like, oh, I can't see you over my huge boobie. I'm very childish. Sorry about that. Anyhow. Wanna fuck Fanny? Trying new things is the best way to find the kind of style that suits you after all. Anyway, when you talk to everyone about it, naturally they'll be in a bit of a bias towards their own kind of styles. After all, I know I am. Don't force yourself to write in some way just because someone else wants you to. You should try and focus on what you want to do. Feel free to ask me for help anytime though. I try to be as objective as possible when I talk to people about these topics. Thanks, I'll try to keep that in mind. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Is it just the same? Do they actually write poems for this? I'm so curious. Don't worry, I'm not forgetting. Because her poem was about her epiphany, and if she's supposedly not supposed to become self-aware, or at least she's holding back in this mod, I wonder if it's still the same. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be good. And then Monica says, that's because I have to sound confident. Ah! That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. Always on duty as club president, eh? Well, let's get to reading then. Oh, it's a new poem! This fucking mod actually wrote poetry. Like, they legit got into it. Okay, so this is gonna be interesting. The box. I see, but I don't believe. A lone fingerprint glistening on gleaming glass. Was it me? Was I the one in the dark? I pound on the glass, my prison. Why? Why me? The pain jolts me back. The understanding pouring down like heavy rain. It's all a farce. I thought it said force for a second. It's all a farce. My heart's on display. My life's but a script just playing away. The world out there had seemed so bright. It was so free. So many choices, so much potential. Maybe I could have had a chance. I realize now that there never was a choice. I was stuck in this box, and they, on the other side, chose for me. So is this saying that she has... Have they actually just stripped Monica away of her? Like, she's not choosing to do this. She's still self-aware, clearly by the poem, but they stripped her abilities away and they're forcing her to act out as the literature club president and still not having a route, just like the original game, the thing that upset her so much. Like, she just has to watch from the sidelines, knowing everything about you and all of the girls and just watching it play out without being allowed to intervene because the game won't let her. That's kind of sad, honestly, because it seems like that's what it's implicating. We in the beta line? It's all a fart. We are in the beta. This is not the alpha line. We are in the beta line. At least Monica is. Interesting, though. So, what do you think? That's honestly a kind of interesting poem, Monica. I don't quite know how to say it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. I definitely get a certain kind of feeling from reading your poem, but I'm not sure how to put it in words. I can understand that. That's a new expression. It's a really funny expression. She's like, I see you, Ratrapina. All right, anyways. Just try to articulate it however you want. You can use metaphors outside of poetry, you know. Well, when you put it like that, I don't know, I'd say your poem is kind of abstract. Very vague, at least. Like, I can't tell what exactly you're talking about, but even so, I can feel what the speaker's feeling. Yeah, I think that describes my poem pretty well. Yeah, really? I really do like my metaphors. Well, you'd probably be hard-pressed to find a poem without a metaphor, actually. Yeah, it's true. If you just fucking wrote, like, I feel sad, so I go to my room and be sad. Like, that's fucking, like, you gotta... painting pictures in your mind is what makes it, or at least like making you think or feel is what a poem's about. It's pretty hard to do that with blunt language. Anyway, yeah, they're pretty well covered in English class at least. Wait, that was the main character. The ability to convey emotions and concepts through words, describing things even the writer might have never experienced before. I find that really powerful. When you write metaphorically, it allows the reader to focus on the emotions in the poem. I guess it kind of opens it up for the reader to have their own interpretations. Why is the main character not a dumbass now? Exactly, it's fascinating when people can diverge from the creator's original intent to find their own meaning in a work of art. Yes! This is definitely not a line from the original game, but I agree with this completely. I love when people can look at a piece of art that might have been depicting a personal experience or like a something he was criticizing about people, but people interpret it completely differently and find a completely more personal meaning to them through the art. And that's the beautiful thing about things like metaphors and vague art and abstract things that like make you like think, even like visual arts, I'm saying, and movies. You know, it's like, if they don't give you a direct answer for what something is, allowing you to figure it out yourself can like make you take your soul out of your body, put yourself into something, and really get your own meaning on it. Like you like personally, intimately connect with something, and I appreciate that. I sound like Monica right now. Exactly. Okay, sorry, I just read that. Yeah. What was your original intent then? I think it'd be more fun if you try to figure it out yourself. I guess that just makes me more curious now. Maybe I'll tell you one day, but for now, here's Monica's tip writing of the day. I wonder if she will. Sometimes when you're writing a poem, or anything for that matter, you get too fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress, so just keep flowing. Yeah, keep tidying up later. Very, very good advice, Monica, but I've heard this a million times. Another way to think about this is, keep your pen in the, yeah, you get a big dark puddle of ink. Beautiful fucking metaphor. That is very useful, but this is just reused dialogue. Move your hand, write whatever's in your heart. That was a little different. I get what she's trying to say, though. It's better to look back. What did I skip? Easier said than done? I mean, yeah, but you still gotta fucking take the advice. She never says it'd be easy. I get what she's trying to say, though. It's better to look back on your work with fresh eyes after you've gotten something down sometimes. You know, I find it weirdly frustrating how so many people, like, expect everything to just be... like, there's, like, a easy solution or easy way out of everything. It's like, sometimes good advice is still hard. It's just the best advice that there is. It's not like a magical, easy solution to everything. You gotta try. Anyhow, that's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. No problem, Monica girl. Woo! I love you, girlie. Woo! I'm going to have to Sayori, but it's really you who I want to be with. Okay, Sayori. Let's talk to Sayori. Well, Red Smith, this is so good. Seriously, this is your first poem? It's not that good. Jeez. Seriously, it is. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good poet. This expression she does is so adorable. She looks so whimsical. Sayori, you're overreacting a bit. It's really nothing special. Trust me, it is. How did you write it? Huh? What do you mean? Like, what did you think of while you wrote this? This is gonna sound weird, but is it you, Sayori? I thought of you. His riz is on point right now. That's romantic. The poem. Rope coils can hang? No! Sayori's so cute. She's adorable. She gives me a brief look of disbelief. A faint blush on her cheeks. Me? Yeah, hey, not like in a weird way or anything. I just thought of words that reminded me of you and went along with that. It just felt kind of natural doing it that way, I guess. Well, if it works, it works. Looks like this club really is the best place for you. Well, I'm glad you liked it, Sayori. You know, I know I said you played the Womp Horn, but I misread it as you played the Womp Horn. And I was like, what? Womps from Star Wars pornography? Sorry. Sorry. Well, I'm glad you liked it, Sayori. Good to know I'm not totally in over my head here. She looks over at me for a moment, not saying anything. It's a few moments of an odd silence. I deserve that bong for that one. Earth to Sayori. She jumps slightly. Sorry, I'm just not used to seeing you around again, that's all. To have you in the club writing oopsie, that was an accident. Writing poems, it's lovely though. It just takes a little getting used to. That's understandable. I'm a bit surprised myself, to be honest. But I'm enjoying it here so far. That's good to hear. You want to read my poem now? Not very good though. Only one way to find out. Oh, wait, I think this is the same. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rather sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you there to wish away a rainy day? Something like that? You trust me to wish away a rainy day? Yeah, look above the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I could memorize these at this point. It's impressive. I'm a dokiologist. I'm a DDHD. I got a DDHD, chat. A Doki. Wait, what does the HD and PhD stand for? Doctorate? What does the H stand for? I got a Doki Doki human doctorate, chat. Anyways, Will, what did you think? I hesitate as I answer. It's not that it was a bad poem, in fact. It was great. I'm just really inexperienced in poetry, especially feedback. It's really you. That almost sounds kind of passive-aggressive. What's that supposed to mean? As in the poem, just really reminded me of you. Wow, good feedback. It made me feel really good inside. Oh, okay. Really? Yeah. I had no idea what to expect. This is my first time reading your poetry. The way it was written, I don't know. It feels really wholesome and cheery. Like you are. I also really like the last line. Trust you of all people and include breakfast in their poems. Hey, I was eating when I wrote... Sari stopped speaking immediately, so she accidentally let something slip. Oh, you wrote this poem this morning. No! What? Maybe. I forgot to write it last night. Well, at least we know where your inspiration comes from. Master of Rizology. Oh, Rizology. That's a good one. Eggs and toast. Well, I suppose if it sounds silly, but it works, then it isn't silly. Nah, it's still silly. I like silly. Either way, thanks for showing me your poem, Sayori. It was really good. I'm happy you think so. Anyways, next time I won't forget. Tomorrow's poem will be even better. I'll hold you to that. The main character is a woman dressed in a man's clothing. I don't mean this in an offensive way. He just comes off like way too, this doesn't sound like a guy talking, is what I'm saying. Natsuki or Yuri? Let's go with Yuri. Yuri scans my poem with her eyes with a blank expression on her face. So, how is it? Ugh, sorry. I suppose as far as poetry goes, this isn't bad, but I'm not immensely impressed by it. Ugh! Yuri turns away shamefully. Why is her expression not changing? I didn't mean for that to sound so blunt. Don't worry about it. I didn't take it that way. What makes you think that? Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Is everything okay? Oh, goodness, sorry. I know what I want to convey, but I need to find the right words. I understand, take your time. You know what I've noticed? I'm not saying this in an insulting way at all, but like, I have noticed that Dokimons have the hardest time nailing down Yuri of all characters, which I find very interesting. Like, Yuri is probably the one that I notice is the most inconsistent with her presentation in the original game. In the original game, she's like very deep thinking, a little autistic about reading, sweet and extremely shy to like probably anxiety disorder level. And she can be a yapper when you get into something she likes. And I like that about her. I feel like a lot of games just kind of misread her as like sophisticated or like the overly dare type, if that's called. And it doesn't feel too much like actual Yuri. I'm surprised by some people's ability to write Monika well, but Monika's kind of hard to get right as well. I think this game does a pretty decent job with it. Sayori's on point, and Natsuki's on point. But Yuri feels kind of off. Is it just me, chat? Is it just me? She does feel a little strange. Like a much like Yuri, but she's like British Yuri. She's like, I'm sophisticated Yuri. Let's talk about writing, chaps. I want to give her an English accent for this specific game. Okay, I think I know what I want to say. Do you have any prior writing experience? To be honest, not really. Is that obvious? I don't mean to be rude, but I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. Yuri seems to be incredibly introverted. It must take her a long time to warm up to new people. Don't worry about it. We'll all start somewhere, right? What were you saying? Right, I've just noticed a few qualities consistent with newer writers that showed up in your poem. Perhaps what stands out the most is that you've tried very hard to make the structure of this poem your own. And that's okay, but if this is the first time you've written, it might be prudent to consider more traditional structures, couplets, sonnets, haiku, and the like. If you're not confident in your writing style, it'll show in your piece. It's like Yuri's a totally different person when she gets going. That's kind of funny. British lady and her essential oils. Ah, yes. She wants our essential oils. Okay, that's weird. I'm gonna shut up. She does, though. She sounds incredibly confident and stands tall, speaking clearly. Again, that's not your fault. I think that you've studied poetic structures and techniques a bit more. You'll be able to put together a truly wonderful composition. I appreciate the feedback, Yuri. It sounds like you're well versed in this sort of thing. Would it be okay if I took a look at what you've written? Oh, goodness. This is my favorite Yuri expression from the original game. So adorable. I want to pinch her cheeks. Although she looks like she has a very firm face. She doesn't look too pudgy. She looks like she has like a very you know. Oh, goodness, of course. Please let me show you what you think. I'd be thrilled to explain my process. Yuri smiles dreamily and said there's a rare opportunity for her. Which in itself is kind of weird because isn't this a literature club, huh? Huh? Ah! Ah! Excuse me, chat. Oh, it's different. Oh my god, it's completely different. I'm not gonna read it in her voice. Tumble. Hail falls down like... I'm so sorry, Yuri. I have a hard time reading her handwriting occasionally. Hail falls down like discarded dust of overused emotions, dragging down blankets made of want? Made of want? Let me reread this. Hail falls down like discarded dust of overused emotions, dragging down blankets made of want. So I guess they're saying that like the hail is falling down like a harsh snow of overused emotional feelings, and it's covering things that you want like a blanket. Slender string pieces my eyelids, barely painful, and pulls them shut. Even so heavy, even so heavy. Ever so heavy, ever so heavy. That makes a lot more sense. Ever so heavy, so they're covering her eyelids. I think I've misplaced something. Is there a piece missing? You need all the pieces to fix something. Please don't look for it. There are more important things for you to do today. Nani? This is a simple poem, but I don't really understand what it's saying exactly. So, emotions are covering something she wants, and her eyelids are stripped shut. Not painful, but pulling them shut very heavily. She can't open her eyes over these blankets of emotion. And she thinks she's misplaced something, and she needs all the pieces to fix something about herself, like she's missing a piece inside herself, and she's asking us not to look for it. They're more important. Or maybe she's talking to herself in second person, telling herself not to look for it, and that she needs to focus on just getting through the day and to not worry about the thing she thinks is lost inside of herself. This is surprisingly actually kind of deep poetry for a mod. I'm sorry if my writing's a bit illegible. Chat, how you feel about the British voice? Do you guys want me to go back to critical to critical Yuri, or should I keep her British? She forgot her Fumo. That's what. Oh my goodness. Hey, is there a Yuri Fumo? Let's see. Ooh, I misspelled that. Oh my god! That's so funny looking. Look at it. Wait. I want you to see it. Look at that. Look at it. Oh my goodness. Ooh, what? Cancel. Oh, what the hell is going on? What is going on? I don't know what I did, chat. Wow, that is so funny. Let's fucking go! Beautiful. Oh, but you said yes, go back to critical? Alright, we'll go back to critical. Enough of the fucking British Yuri. Get it? I might. If I find it on AliExpress for cheap, I'll get it. I'll collect all of my Fumos of these Dokis. I'm sorry if my writing's a bit illegible. Once my pen touches the pages, I want to get my thoughts down. It's fine, Yuri. I was able to read it just fine. I wasn't thinking that at all. Are you sure? It seemed to take you a while to read it. Well, I guess I just don't see cursive often. It's really nice when I do. Your writing's actually really pretty. Is that so? I'm glad you think so. It made your poem stand out even more as well. She looks like a Disney princess when she's doing this pose. As you wish upon a star. It's as though your handwriting fits your word choice or vice versa. It wasn't too short, was it? I'm used to writing longer pieces, but this is the first time we're sharing. I thought it'd be easier to share. Makes sense. Do you mind telling me what it's about, though? I'm not sure if I understand. Sorry, I didn't mean to write something confusing. No, it's not that. I just want to be sure I'm reading it properly. I see. Suppose from a cursory glance. A cursory glance? A cursory glance? Cursory glance? This game has been expanding my fucking vocab. What? Hasty and therefore not thorough or detailed? That's what that means? A cursory glance? Okay. I suppose from a cursory glance, it might not be obvious. But I wonder if this was written by a European. They use a lot of language that, like, Americans never use. But part of what makes poetry magical is how you can conjure up a vivid image with your words. While on the surface, it might seem a bit out there. If you look a little deeper, you might be able to find a deeper message hidden amongst the lines, compounded by the metaphors used. For example, the words and images in this poem aren't meant to be taken at face value. In actuality, it's supposed to represent the last remnants of something lost to the past, and the sense of plaintive longing that comes with it. Okay, I was misinterpreting it. I thought it was like, she thought she lost a piece of herself, and all of her emotions and thoughts and tribulations throughout the day was preventing her from finding it. But it seems that she's talking about, like, maybe growing older and losing a part of yourself and looking back on it. Nostalgia, even. Interesting. It's a pretty impressive when you put it that way. Oh, I wouldn't go that far. But thanks for the compliment. Hopefully during your time here, your understanding of poetry will grow, and these things will come to you naturally. I'll do my best. Thank you for sharing with me, Yuri. Of course. Okay, the writing for Yuri actually wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I believed most of that. That did feel like Yuri. Natsuki. I've actually grown to like Natsuki more over time, believe it or not, chat.
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
What I mean is it's just kind of average. Doesn't really evoke any emotions.
So kind of bland for your taste? Natsuki furrows her eyebrows at me.
My taste? What's that supposed to mean, huh?
Oh, nothing.
But anyway, I guess I'll show you my poem now. Not that you like it or anything, motherfucker.
Sometimes. Wow, they wrote all new poems except for Sayori so far. Sometimes. Some folks are winners. Some only lose. Some are go-getters. Some only cruise. Sometimes we try hard and give it our all. Sometimes we give it up. Sometimes we give up. What else can we do? Some folks are winners, some only lose. Some are go-getters, some only cruise. Sometimes we try hard and give it our all. Sometimes we give up. What else can we do? Yeah. I guess it's just about accepting defeat sometimes. Being okay with it. I would guess anyway. I don't know.
Told you you'd hate it.
I like it a lot more than eagles can fly. Actually, I like it.
What? Don't you say it because I'm a girl. Be honest,
motherfucker. Mid poem. Yeah, it was kind of mid, but it wasn't bad. What? Oh, I started doing Yuri's voice for some reason. What? No, it has nothing to do with you being a girl. I genuinely like the poem.
Really?
Yeah, it's simple, but still pretty effective.
Finally, someone who gets it.
She's very easy to please when you know her.
People in high school think poetry has to be so formal and vague, but they don't realize that simple writing is just as effective, if not more. A reader shouldn't have to search for the meaning. That's just stupid. Besides, the simpler the writing, the more emphasis on wordplay. Like how I made most of the lines start with some.
Yeah, I noticed that. Made the last couplet seem more powerful.
Yeah, it's exactly what I was going for.
Well, good job then.
Didn't expect that from the youngest one of the club, did you?
I guess not. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was surprisingly fun, albeit a bit stressful. I already know that I wouldn't be able to write the quality of the girls, but I tried my best. Everyone here is incredibly talented. Well, all the girls at least. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting again. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki, and I start comparing the huge contrast in their personalities, the large contrast. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As I watch, Natsuki breezes through Yuri's poem, her eyes skipping over the words. Meanwhile, Yuri stares at the paper in her hand, smiling sadly. Natsuki quickly hands her poem back. So this is pretty close to the original. I wonder if they're still going to argue as much, because it almost seems like Blue Skies is trying to, like, happyify it, like a true visual novel. Is that what they're going for? But Monica still seems self-aware, so I don't know where this is going exactly.
Here, I'm done.
Already?
Yeah, it's not like it was super hard to read. I'm not illiterate, you know.
Huh, it was hard for me to read it, at least, or me to understand at least. I just want to make sure that you caught all the figurative language that I employed.
Yeah, I did. It was fancy.
Ah, thanks. However, I believe you'd enjoyed it more if you looked deeper into it.
I enjoyed it plenty already. Anyway, you finished with my poem then?
Yes, yours is cute.
Cute? Didn't you learn anything from our conversation yesterday?
Yuri looks shocked, regret seeping into her expression. Oh, so maybe they argued off screen before we got here. Seems like the girls still hold their own prejudices despite whatever common ground they have.
How can it be cute? You're standing there thinking that I haven't read your poem when it's really you who hasn't read my poem. It's clearly about the push and pull between giving up and trying hard.
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess.
Well, maybe you should look deeper into my poem, because I use that type of language on purpose.
I see. But if I may have a suggestion, these more involved subject matters may be better suited to a more complex depiction. The art of poetry is deeply intertwined with...
Look, I know what you're trying to do, but it won't work on me. I'm sorry, but I don't quite understand. Writing in this way doesn't make you look cool or smart, okay? Just makes you look super pretentious. If you write with a thesaurus open next to you, you're just going to alienate everyone. Using all these big words to make up for lack of depth.
Oh my gosh, she's dogging her. They're going to argue. She's dogging her right now.
Poetry isn't about impressing people, so you can just stop.
Holy crap. Yeah, dude, Natsuki's being actually more mean than the original game. I stare wide-eyed at Monica and Sayori, who now have also fallen silent. They stare back at me, looking unsure of what to do. I'm guessing they don't usually have many arguments in the club. Although tensions between Natsuki and Yuri seem kind of high. Lack of depth? Yeah, that's just fucking rude, Natsuki. That's not true at all. There was plenty of depth to that poem.
Yeah, that's right. So if I can give some suggestions now...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I really must ask. What makes you believe that I'll accept your advice after you've been so rude to me?
Huh? Rude? That was just blunt honesty.
Now that was rude, Natsuki. You. Do you ever consider that other people don't hold the same opinions as you?
What are you trying to say?
Do I really need to spell it out for you?
Yeah, you do! I want to see if you're really going there.
The irony.
I dare you to say it.
Yuri gives a small laugh of disbelief. I must thank you, Natsuki. I've never been this angry in my life. It's actually giving me the courage to speak up. Is this why you're angry all the time? Guys, we shouldn't... This doesn't involve you! Sayori, please don't rob me of my moment.
Ah, so this is your moment to shine or something? Strange thing to take pride in, don't you think?
No, it's my moment to finally speak my mind. While I still have the strength to. Yuri. Natsuki. Oh, I thought that was Natsuki, sorry. Natsuki, have you ever realized how selfish you are? Suddenly Yuri seems to be overpowering everyone else in the room. What? Everything always needs to go your way. You always jump to conclusions and make rash decisions without regard for the consequences. And it's never your fault, is it?
You don't know me!
No, you don't know me either. And yet you spoke as if you knew everything about me. Quite simply, you don't. This is a way more real argument than the original game, if I'm being completely honest with you. Fight! Fight! Get her, Yuri! Get her! Fucking Grunkle Stan. Hey, anime girls fighting on television! Fight! 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 Anyways, the very fact that your blunt honesty was incredibly rude just goes to show how narrow-minded you truly are. Which is true. Seizing her moment, Yuri boldly carries out. Now, don't get me wrong, chat. Don't get me wrong. It was rude of Yuri to dismiss her poem as just cute and completely refuse to accept the meaning and talk about the message behind it. I do think that was a little conceited. But after Natsuki's rude disregardment of Yuri's poem, it's totally understandable. Oops, I skipped something. Sorry, chat. Seizing her moment, Yuri boldly carries on, disdain dripping from each word. I know it must be a difficult concept for you to understand, but the whole world doesn't revolve around you and your manga. So tell me, why should I take advice from someone who can only see their own perspective? Everyone knows it. Monica, Sayori, even Ratsmith. Don't you remember how hostile you were to Ratsmith when he first joined us?
Wasn't being hostile. We haven't had a new member in a long time. Sorry for not keeping...
Sorry?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, not sorry. I don't know why I like dyslexia. It's so hard for a second.
Sorry, not sorry for keeping you on my toes. And that's how I talk to everyone, not just Ratsmith. Am I supposed to change my whole personality to cater to how you think I should be? If Ratsmith has a problem with my jokes, he can tell me. You don't get to speak for him.
That's kind of true. Yuri closes her eyes and shakes her head, carrying on as if she didn't hear the outburst. Do you really expect a new member to be able to speak up so easily? Not everyone is as afraid of being brutish cretin. Oh wow, a brutish cretin as you. She is fucking English, chat. She's English. Damn, Yuri's eating her. What? The rest of us were so excited to have a new member, but did that thought ever cross your mind? No, you just let your own selfish thoughts dictate your behavior.
Selfish? They weren't so...
You could have scared him off. That might have been what you wanted. But what about the rest of us?
I just explained myself, for God's sake. But as per usual, you are listening. You know, for someone who hasn't been ranting on about narrow-minded I am, you're pretty intolerant yourself. There! I used a big word. Do I sound like Shakespeare yet? Am I worthy of your attention now?
Okay, she is dogging. They are dogging each other so hard. This is already longer than the original game's argument. My golly. Ouch, both girls really have their claws out.
So, Monica and Sayori didn't have any issue with me yesterday. It's just you!
Of course they did, Natsuki. They just didn't say anything. Monica's too responsible and Sayori's too kind. So why don't we ask Ratsmith then, as the more unbiased spectator?
Fine! Ratsmith, who's right? Me or Yuri?
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? I don't even know what they want me to decide on at this point. I'm thinking the same thing. They were making good points about each other's narrow perspectives on writing styles, and then it just became like personal attacks that were like, honestly, very aggressive. Let me save the game here. Can I just ignore all the personal stuff and just talk about the poetry? So it started the argument after all, but it's not like I'm the judge of good writing quality, given that I'm just a beginner. I don't think it'd be fair for me to take either side either, especially since I'm the new one here. Maybe I should defer to one of the club's leaders? So, of course, that's going to be... Oh, wow, it doesn't let you choose between them? You know what? It might be because we're on a Sayori route. I wonder if that's why. Because I'm kind of surprised it's not letting us choose Natsuki or Yuri here. Or maybe the MC really is just so diplomatic in this version that he would not do something immature. Have I truly become a brutish cretin? Is that a Pilot Redstone reference? Oh my god, I'm burping. Sorry. Something didn't go down right, chat. My bad. I'm hiccuping, not burping. So, of course, that's going to be... I really want to pick Monica, to be honest with you. Monica! I honestly don't know what to do in this situation. I quickly glance over to Monica. Monica nods at me and approaches the two girls. Yuri and Natsuki, this is... She clears her throat. Is it just me, or is her confident persona seem to waver a bit? That is, this is no way to act in our club. Monica just seems sort of disoriented. She's probably not used to such confrontation. We're kind of setting a bad example. Ratsmith's probably really uncomfortable. Not to mention, there's really no reason for this argument to be happening. But Monica, no, I can't have this in the club.
Are you kidding me? Don't you see how Yuri is treating me? She's being a massive jerk right now. There's so much reason for this argument.
Excuse me, Natsuki, but it's actually your own toxic behavior that led to this. Yuri really emphasized that toxic bit. Oh, so I read it correctly.
Toxic behavior? What are you even talking about? Are you even listening to yourself? It's exactly what I know it wants to be.
Oh, that's just mean. Enough! Oh, that's a new Monica expression. Monica seems to have completely gotten over herself and now looks livid. You guys are supposed to be friends, aren't you? It's so foolish how you two are acting. Don't you have any consideration for the other club members? You're even making Ratsmith uncomfortable. Yuri, you didn't even say yourself that you wanted to make him feel as welcome as possible. What happened to that? I didn't mean to make him feel that way. And don't forget Sayori, she's always acts in everyone's best interest while you two act like this.
Wasn't trying to do anything either, I'm just being honest. Yuri's...
Let me finish, Natsuki. I would ask you to please reconsider the way you are treating one another. You guys are obviously talented with your writing skills, and you both have unique aspects to your own writing styles. That's what makes you guys special. To be fair, I'm obviously not good at handling situations like this, but there's a sudden pause for a minute, but I decided to break the silence. I agree with Monica. Fighting will only cause everyone to split apart and to be honest. I really like it here, and I believe if there's any resentment held over, it won't just be the same. Both girls are speechless. Yuri's the first to speak. I'm just going to make some tea. Natsuki remains silent, takes a seat, only to stare into nothingness. I slide next to Sayori. Man, I can see why she's president. Yeah, she is pretty great. Even though she doubts herself, I think she handled that pretty well. Monica seems like such a genuine, sweet girl. Hopefully I'll be able to properly get to know her during the school year. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing your poetry? I noticed that she carefully avoids mentioning the argument that just occurred. It was a lot of fun. Some moments were worth it.
It was alright, but mostly.
Ratsmith, how about you? I actually really enjoyed myself. It seems like I do like expressing myself through poetry. A lot more than I initially thought. Everyone looks intently at me. The girl's smiling at me. It was really cool getting to see everyone's different writing styles. This is very wholesome all of a sudden. That's awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And hopefully you learn something from us too. So your poems will turn out even better. Yeah. I think to myself a bit as I begin to pack up. Today I managed to learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems that everyone likes. With any luck, I'll be able to learn more about the girls as individuals through their themes and messages. I nod to myself, turning to Sayori. That was a way more wholesome approach than the regular main character. Hey Sayori, ready to walk home? Monica, together, we are the literature club! Yes, yes. Actually, you just reminded me, that was a lot of reading. Let me just very quickly, let me very quickly pull this on stream for us here. This fantastic Doki meme. Yes, yes, yes. All right, chat. Ah, shit, you can't see it. Hold on, hold on. Is it showing? Oh, wait, wait. Oh, there we go. All right, all right. Here, check this out. Monica, you are my Doki Doki MC. Now, the Doki Doki is the friends we made along the way. The literature club. What is this? What are they doing? Hey, Monica's in her summertime outfit. What are they doing? Oh, this fucking TikTok logo completely ruined the moment. Oh, man. The good ending. Truly the good ending. Oh, I love it. That's so fucking funny.
That's crazy talk.
Okay, I don't know what in God's name this is, but also check out this one here.
That's crazy talk.
That is not crazy talk. This is crazy talk.
Alright, you're welcome for that, chat. You're welcome. I'll move on now. So stupid. I love when people draw Sans and Monica together. It's so fucking funny to me. Hey, Sayori, you ready to walk home? Sure. Okay, see you guys tomorrow then. So we leave the club room. Sayori turns back to wave at the girls. I do the same. Natsuki smiles, then quickly looks away like she doesn't care. Delugan? Yuri awkwardly smiles and nods. And it's expected from the school idol, Monica gives a friendly grin and waves back. This is so endearing and wholesome. I'm starting to feel really good about this. Ooh. Ooh. I like this song. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Remember you told me yesterday that sometimes they bicker, but are their arguments normally that bad? I feel a little guilty as I ask her, as I know she doesn't like talking about conflict, but it's a slight dip in the cheeriness of her voice as she replies, No, not at all. They have their differences, but it's the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. They're both wonderful people, I promise. You don't hate them or anything, do you? No, not at all. It's only normal for people to argue, I guess. I was just curious, after all. You know them better than I do. Sorry, let's have a relieved sigh. You know, Red Smith, it's been so nice seeing you again. I didn't really think we'd get to spend so much time with one another again. Yeah, tell me about it. It's been really fun hanging out again. I really don't know when we started drifting away or why. It just happens, man. It just happens. Guess it's just life coming between us. She nods, looking a little reflective. Still, I'm glad you let me join your club. I'm not going to lie. At first, I was a bit doubtful you told me it was about literature, but hey, I guess it goes to show that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. I'm laughing for a reason I shouldn't. I'm just thinking of the part in Act 2 of the regular Doki game, where it's like Natsuki's like talking about like, you shouldn't have judged me so about like her parfait girls, but then like Monica just writes over it in text, don't judge a book. I'm like, what? What? Anyways, she giggles and I frown. Did I say something funny? Nice pun. Did you even realize? Wait, what? What? Oh, because the judge of book by its cover. Yeah. A pun? Nah, you mean about the book comment? Oh, and this is about a literature club. Gee, looks like the club's really starting to rub off on me, isn't it? So I might be known as a bit of an airhead. Picture Sayori, chat, right here. Right here. But sometimes she can really notice things that others don't. I wonder what it's really like inside her head. Do you ever look at somebody? I wonder what's going on inside their head. Sorry. You haven't changed at all, Red Smith. You always know how to make me laugh. I blush slightly. Never really known how to react. react to that compliment, especially when it comes to someone of the opposite sex. All right, bro, you're overthinking it. I'm glad I'm still able to do that. I'll be honest, though, I didn't think I'd make so many new friends joining the club. Well, they're a really nice bunch. I'm not surprised. Yeah, pretty warm welcome. She nods contentedly. Contentedly? Wouldn't it just be contently? Contentedly? What? That does not sound right. Really? Would it be contently? Contentedly is an adverb describing an action done in a happy, peaceful, and satisfied manner, offering a state of calm fulfillment. So contentedly and contently are different? Because isn't contently a word? It's not! I'm wrong! Wait. No. Wait, what? According to some dictionaries, it is a word. Others, it's not. Is it really contentedly? That's so weird. Okay, then. Anyway, let's see what the future holds. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, see you tomorrow. The girls are all interesting characters, aren't they? Different personalities and a variety of writing styles. It's a yes-it word, pretty much. Yet they're all untied. Oh my god, dyslexia. They're all united under the same club. I briefly wonder how Monica found all of them. In just 2 days, I feel like I've made progress with each member. Getting to know Yuri and Natsuki. Actually getting to talk to Monica a little bit. And of course, we're reuniting with an old friend. I never would have guessed that this would all come from joining the club. But hey, I'm not complaining. Let's just hope my writing improves over time so I can write poems to a standard more like theirs. Speaking of which, there's work to be done tonight. Let's do this. This is like so wholesome. Oh, I love this. Look at little Monica. She is so fucking adorable. I love it. What is this transition? Oh, man. My favorite song in the game. Alright. So it's time for some more Sayori. I'll do another speed run. I'm just about out of Sprite. I would like to get myself some hot apple cider and just get up and stretch a bit. And I think that mental and physical health awareness is very important. So chat, get up. If you're not doing anything, stretch a little bit. Stretch your arms out, stretch your gut out, stretch your back out. I don't know, I'll be back very shortly, like 3 minutes. We're just gonna take a short break. I'll leave this BRB screen up until I'm back, so anybody watching on YouTube can skip over this. But yeah, I will be back, chat. I'm back. I got some hot apple cider with me now. And I stretched and washed my face and put my dishes away. And now I feel much more ready to continue. Alright, chat. Are you ready to Doki Doki Monikins and Rat members? Colby said, first we mine, then we craft. Let's Minecraft. Is that in the movie? Is it? I don't know. Anyhow, we got a speedrun Sayori, so I'm gonna put up a timer for us. We always need a timer. All right. Here we go. Rope coil 80% world record. Oh no. All right. And let me get quick sip. All right. Go. Daydream. Dance. Charm. Games. Forgive. Raindrops. What? Email. Why did I pick that? Broken. Ocean. Insight. Fuck. Desire. Fuck. No! Why did I pick after image? Play. Warm. Melody. No! That was a hard one. Nature. Entropy? I should have fucking known that. Why did I pick that? Clouds. What? That's Natsuki? Starscape. Promise? That better have been. Oh, I fucking. Oh, what was my time? What was my time? Oh, it was sub 40. It was sub 40. That's not bad, Chad. That's not bad. It was sub 40. All right. I think we did good. I'm going to take what I can get. I forgot to stop the fucking timer, though. Careful, rat. Careful, rat. Shut the fuck up, Colin. All right. That should have been. I think it was mostly Sayori. Just a few days ago, I would have never thought that I'd look forward to an extracurricular so much. But here I am. Back for another club meeting and anticipating new antics from everyone. The usual scene awaits me as I step into the club room. Hi, Redsmith. Hey, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to being in the club, that's all. Is that so? Well, it's nice to see you so cheery. Anyway, what's new? Oh, I've got some exciting news. Oh, what's up? Did you know the student store sells out the brand new... That the student... store sells the brand new. Why am I fucking stroking so hard? That the student store sells that new brand of strawberry milk now. Sayori, are you okay? New brand. I saw when I passed by on my way here. I should have known better than to expect actual news from Sayori. I don't think I've tried that yet. That is actual news, motherfucker! Don't you dare dismiss her happy chocolate milk news! I don't know, strawberry milk is usually too sweet for me. What? But it goes great with melon bread. Really? I've never mixed those two. Sayori, you could eat a packet of raw sugar and you'd still say it's not sweet enough. Hey, it's an exaggeration. Seriously though, it goes really well with bread. I like actual bread with strawberry milk. Actually, I quite like strawberry milk, to be honest. I don't usually ever drink milk, like ever, though. The milk is sweet, but it still has that unique tart strawberry flavor that's eased by the richness of the milk. And when you pair that with fresh bread, the sweetness is spread out even more so than just the right amount of flavor. Wow, when did you become Gordon Ramsay? I'm a food expert, so you should trust me on this. I mean, given how many snacks you eat every day, I don't doubt that you know your food well. I'm gonna take that as a compliment, you meanie. So I'm a meanie for giving her a compliment? Anyway, aren't you hungry now? Talking about food always makes me hungry. Not you mention it, maybe a little. Oh, in the normal game, this is what the cookie moment would normally happen, so it's completely different. Great, let's go to the student store and buy snacks together then. I see what she's playing at. I raise an eyebrow and Sayori notices. Ratsmith, why are you looking at me like that? Well, Sayori, I have a nagging suspicion that you're only trying to convince me to become... What? That you're only trying to convince me to come because you don't have any money. You don't want me to buy you a... And you want me to buy you a snack. What? I would never do that. Is there a way to make the text bigger? Because I am realizing I'm really fucking blind, chat. My goodness. Censor nudity is on. Wow. All right. No, really? Then let's see your purse. Huh? Your purse? Let's see it. Sayori awkwardly pulls out her purse. She opens it and dumps its contents onto the desk. 2 small coins fall out. Tisk, tisk, tisk. That little ruse might have worked had Sayori not pulled it on me numerous times when we were younger. The amount of times she managed to trick me into buying her another ice cream. I guess some things never change. Nice try, Sayori. No fair. How did you know? Ha! Now, wouldn't you like to know? Let's just call it intuition. In response, she sticks out her tongue at me. Typical. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't notice she was eavesdropping. I'm immature. I'm laughing over the fucking SpongeBob YouTube where like Mr. Krabs walks in and he's like, it sounds like some people are eavesdropping. Anyways. Looking over in her direction, I catch her peeking over the top of the book. Ugh! I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Radsmith to let me borrow some money. That's none of my business, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. It's shameful to manipulate people into buying things for you. Wow, isn't that a little harsh? I'm only messing around with Sayori after all. Ugh! I didn't mean that. That came out much harsher than I intended. Sorry, I just will. Ugh. Yuri blushes in it. The critical voice is the best Yuri voice. You guys are so right on that. Yuri blushes in embarrassment, looking away from us while playing with a strand in her hair. I apologize for how I've been acting lately. It looks like she still might be a bit ashamed of how she acted yesterday. You know, it's okay to be honest sometimes. You shouldn't always keep things that bother you to yourself. There's no way you could think that after all. You were right though. I shouldn't try to trick people into buying me things. Funny how your 10-year-old self didn't see it that way. Yuri lets out a small sigh, covering her mouth with her hand. Even the way she laughs is so shy and proper. This mischievous behavior is something Sayori used to play as a child then. Oh yeah, back when I fell for it, but time and time again, you wouldn't believe how much candy Sayori managed to con me out of! Don't make me have to be so sneaky, Ratsmith! Although those candies were so good. I'm surprised, Sayori, coming from you. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? What's going on here? Oh, she's not practicing piano. Coffee says, Yuri said calmly. Even devils can cry? Yes, and eagles can try. Oh, nothing much. Sayori was just up to some mischief. Oh? Yeah, she tried to trick me into buying her a snack. Hey, that's not true. Monica smiles wryly and turns around. I'm assuming this isn't the first time. Yeah, you be right. We all share a little chuckle at that. Well, everyone except Sayori does. Hey, you guys are being really mean. Okay, we're sorry, but you didn't bring this upon yourself. Yeah, I know. In my defense, I am really hungry.
Well,
Natsuki chimes in.
if you're really that hungry, you can have this if you want.
She offers up a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori immediately snatches it out of her hands. Thank you. She hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sarah rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. It's so good. Sorry. Sarah suddenly clasped her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue.
Ha! You're going through a lot over just one cookie.
That's Sayori's dialogue right now. Oh my god. Every time that sound pad plays, I forget how fucking long it is. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it?
Jeez, beggars can't be choosers.
But yours is chocolate.
Why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine. Still, I'm really happy you share this one with me. She gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Jeez, I get it. Cookie's still in hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her, and Sayori goes. That's what she does, chat. Sayori leans down and bites Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you see this? I didn't do it, motherfucker! Mouthful of Sayori trots away to safety before Natsuki resorts to violence. Yuri, Monika, and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori to quit taking my stuff?
Sayori, you know you shouldn't do something like that without permission. Monika scolds Sayori. I know. That was a very light scolding. I'm sorry, Natsuki. It was so good. Hey! Everyone but Natsuki chuckles. These things happen a lot, Monika. A little bit too much, to be honest. Don't worry, it's all in good fun.
Good fun is teasing each other from time to time, not stealing food!
Oh, calm down. It's no big deal. I feel bad because Natsuki is probably still malnourished by her fucking father. But I don't think Sayori would obviously know that. Everyone calms down and quickly tries to return to their normal activities. Sayori has already managed to finish the entire cookie. Meanwhile, Natsuki gets up and heads for the closet, and Yuri's already lost in her book. Redsmith! She suddenly comes up to me. I need to get some stuff from another classroom. Can you come with me? Stuff? What stuff? Well, you know, the festival's right around the corner. I'll be your butt around the corner. Monika was gonna make up some posters to advertise it. So we'll just need to get some crayons and markers and glue sticks and markers, that kind of stuff. All right. Yeah, I'll come with you. Yay! We'll be back real soon, Monika. You seem quite excited about this, Sayori. Of course, it's so much fun exploring empty classrooms. Isn't that right, Ratsmith? Honestly, it kind of is. Monika laughs and nods at us. Okay, just don't forget the poster paper. I won't. Ready, Ratsmith? Let's go. Sayori and I exit the club room. Oh, I thought I heard something. That was weird. I follow behind as she hums and skips around the hallway. She goes, Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. You know, whenever you're on a Sayori route in any Doki mod or anything, it just seems like the most purest, wholesome, childlike glee. Like, there's no horny, really. Sayori is just pure, she's a sundle of bunshine. A sundle of bunshine, chat. I'd like to see her bunshine. I'm not going to expand on that thought. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Everything is a little adventure to her. That's good. That's a really good quality of someone to have. Hey, Sayori. What exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you'd make an event on a literature... Oh, that's not Sayori. Whatever. Monika and I have planned it all out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yup. We're gonna do a poetry performance. A performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone's gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poem. Chat, if I start reading really quick, it's because this part is just taken directly from the original game. Recite their favorite poems. It sounds not exactly boring, but will people be that interested? Redsmith, you're not thinking about this the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like, say the lines of a poem like, between my feet, the last remaining flowers beckon to me. Yeah, this is all from the original game. She does this whole, like, poem thing. Like that! Wow, Sayori, I had no idea that suits you. What do you mean? I've just never heard you talk like that. No, it's not a bad thing. It was really good. It was just a big contrast from your bubbly self. Again, the main character is so much nicer in the original game. I'm sure Yuri or Monika would really appreciate it too. Been working super hard on that poem, so it's really good to know you liked it. I'm excited for the festival. Not just because we'll get to eat lots of stuff, right? Like Natsuki said. Hey, meanie, no, not just because of that. Although that is a part of it. Hey, Ratsmith, this here is the empty classroom. I think we'll find what we need in here. Start our mission! My name, MC. My mission. Obtain the markers. Speed? Strange choice of words for someone going into a classroom to get art supplies. Hey, that's Sayori in a nutshell. Living in her own little world. Her childlike enthusiasm is infectious and brings about a special feeling I had forgotten in me. That is the best fucking quality ever for someone to have. Some kind of innocent sense of wonder. where even the most mundane of tasks are quests, and walking down the classroom is a magical journey. She is infectious. She very much is. She's making me happy right now. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet, and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons! I don't know why I said it like that. Sayori pulls a box of crayons down from the shelf. They're the best brand, too. They're kind of dirty, though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the colorful names. Do you guys say crayons or crayons? Do you guys do the full crayon or just crayons? Crayons. I said both always, actually, for some reason. I kind of go back and forth. All right, that's one down. Don't get distracted. We still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine, fine. Can you move over so I can look for the poster paper? I dropped one by accident. Ah! Ah! Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. She falls to the floor and the crayon spills over her lap. Ow, ow, ow! Sayori, are you okay? My forehead. She clutches her forehead. What happened? Did you cut it? Is it bruised or... No, nothing like that. I think I just bumped it. Jeez, Sayori, you really had me worried for a second there. I can't help but let out a chuckle. It's such a typical thing to happen to Sayori. This feels like a Zyka moment. It's like, can you confirm, is this a Zyka moment? Came in says crayons. Crayons. Crayon these nuts. That's crazy coffee. It's almost like she got clumsy written across her forehead. Which, fittingly enough, is where she's hurt herself. Hey, why are you laughing, you meanie? Sorry, I'm not laughing at you or anything. It's just, this is so typical of you. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. Let's see your forehead. Sayori is sitting on the floor. I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You grab her by the waist. Wow. That's a more intimate place to grab someone. Typical silly behavior. Very much. You have to move your hands, Sayori. But it hurts. Ah, this CG here. I'll be gentle. I promise. It won't hurt. Sayori slowly reaches her hands from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Oh, sorry. It's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. The hump is starting to form as well. Don't worry, I kissed your boo-boo, Sayori. Wait, what was I doing? Oh, fuck. Oh, don't worry. It's not that bad. Ow, owie, fucking jeez, Sayori, bro. It really hurts. Her whimpering triggers a really strong protective instinct I didn't know I had. Wow. Hey, I'll get you some ice. We'll keep the swelling from going down. It should relieve a bit of the pain. Just stay here, okay? I'll be back as soon as I can. Actually, where would I find some ice? Think. I got it. Cold drink should do the trick. Are you sure? You don't have to. I think I might make a great unicorn. Even wincing from pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. I'm sure you make a great unicorn, but I prefer to think of you as a human. Unicorns are so cool, though. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay. Pats her on the shoulder and run into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? I guess it doesn't really matter because she won't be drinking it. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She had one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Here you go. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Oh, sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places... She's like a fucking animal. She places the bottle against the bump on her head. Immediately, her laughter subsides, replaced by a gasp of pain. It stings. I know. I'm sorry. I'll feel better soon, though, I promise. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, Ratsmith, I think... Kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? What do you mean? You know, we used to play outside all the time and try to keep up with you, be oblivious in some ways, and then I'd fall behind, like when we were climbing on trees, and sometimes I'd get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump, and I'd start crying really hard, and you'd always rush over as quickly as you could, and then you'd try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out, even though it wasn't your fault. I remember those days. You were always so clumsy. Guess not much has changed. Hey, I did this deliberately, you know. Oh wait, this is different now. What? It is deliberately, you know what? I raise an eyebrow. Always wanted to be a unicorn. Oh my goodness. She's too pure. Then that has to be perhaps the least believable excuse I've heard in a while. Okay, I guess I've never really been on the graceful side. I did always feel bad whenever you hurt, and whenever you got hurt and we played together. Looking back, I should have been more mindful of what you could and couldn't do. I guess it's the same here. If I hadn't rushed you out of the closet, you wouldn't have hurt yourself. My mother was right. She'd scold me after you got hurt, always telling me I had to be more careful around you. Ratsmith, don't feel bad about it. It's my own fault for being clumsy. I was gonna say it's really not your fault. You hit her head, main character. Besides, even if I got hurt, those times are still my favorite memories of us. I didn't realize how thoughtful you are. It's honestly really endearing. I wasn't thoughtful at all. I just got you hurt. No, it's not what I mean. You're always looking out for me, even after all these years. You always rush to help me. No matter what the situation, what's the situation? You're always there to reassure me and make me feel safe. I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. It's just around you. Feels natural, I guess. I just do it subconsciously, and before I know it, I'm treating you like that. Guess what happens when we've been friends for so long? I don't know if I've told you this before, but I'm really grateful we're friends, Ratsmith. I'll admit I kind of missed you over the years. We used to hang out a lot, and I was surprised when you approached me the other day. Wasn't really sure what to make of it at first, but we got to hang out in the club, share poems, and walk home. I realized that something had really changed. You think we'll be like this forever, Ratsmith? I just want to say yes, there's no telling what life will have planned for me after college or even afterwards. Still, I can be positive, though. I sure hope so, Sayori. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. We haven't really talked in years, and when we do, it's like nothing's really changed. I think I read somewhere that's a sign of friendship that's built to last. So here's to hoping. I hope so too. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment, and who would have guessed that such a simple action to get some crayons, these would have resulted in such a heartfelt moment. Then again, with Sayori, it's impossible to tell. Anyways, I guess we should go back. I don't want to... what the hell does she say? I don't want worry Monica, you know. Good luck with that. She's going to see her forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. So he hops to her feet. She clutches her forehead again. Sayori, don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Sorry. It's too late now. Anyways, let's go. Follow Sayori out of the classroom. Coffee says, ha, got him. Oh my goodness. Sayori plays with her bangs to try to hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we can make it back to the club room. I need a long sit. Side profile, Monica. You're growing on me. Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was just ready to start sharing our poems. Sayori, your forehead. I was playing with the crayons and smacked my forehead into the shelf. Are you okay, Sayori? Yeah, I'm fine. Ratsmith got me a nice cold drink. Alright, okay. Glad you're okay, Sayori. Did you get everything we needed? I have it right. Sayori frantically glances around herself. I forgot all the stuff! Calm down, Sayori. I have it right here. I found the poster paper, too. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Ratsmith. Oh, well, Sayori. Failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Thanks, you two. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Excuse me. The reggae Doki poem sharing song is always so silly. Alright, who first? I'm having Monica withdraw. Hi again, Ratsmith. I'm trusting that the club's been doing you so well. I read that wrong, but whatever. Same answer as yesterday. That's nice to hear. So how's the writing going? All right, I guess. Just all right? No, I guess I should say it's... No, I guess I should say that it's revolutionized my world and brought color into my previously lifeless life. Why is he being so passive-aggressive all of a sudden? Well, I say that, but the club, if not the poetry, really has made my days more interesting. Okay, can't have with the sarcasm, mister. At least you're not hating it, though, right? Nah, it's been an interesting experience, at least. Gives me a new hobby to do. I'm happy you're applying yourself, at least. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. All right. I can see that you're putting in some good effort there. Very sincere poem once again. Very similar to Sayori's poetry. You might still have more in common with her than you think. Maybe. It's easier to write about my heart when I'm thinking about nostalgic things. That might be it. Writing poetry and wearing rose-tinted glasses then. Well, it's not like I do it intentionally, it's just how my brain works. I mean, even if you did, there's nothing wrong with that. Poetry can be seen as another way to express your inner emotions. Nothing can ever beat Eagles Can Fly. No, truly. Like, if we did a poem tier list ranking, number 1, S tier. Poetry can be seen as another way to express your inner emotions, a way that you can use ordinary prose a way that you can use... What now? Hold on. Poetry can be seen as another way to express your inner emotions. A way that you can use... when ordinary prose can't describe what's... This is worded very confusing. I don't know what she's trying to say here. So, writing about your long-lost childhood friend makes you feel... Why am I having a stroke all of a sudden? Writing about how your long-lost childhood friend... Writing about how your long-lost childhood friend makes you feel is just as valid as, say, writing about how the human condition is inherently full of conflict. I'm guessing that latter is more of a Yuri poem. You might think that, but actually the style, like Sayori's, could fit that theme just as well. Really? How do you figure? Well, first off, have you ever heard of the poet Robert Frost? I have. I think I have, probably in English class somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised if you learned about him in class. He's an incredibly famous American poet, after all. Anyway, it's easy to recognize his poetry since he's used to classic meters and tons of monologues and dialogues. He was pretty fond of themes centering around nature and New England. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't really sound like anything like Sayori's poetry. No, you're actually right. She doesn't have any lyricism that Frost has, and not too many of their themes intersect. I guess the mood of the poetry is what strikes me as similar. Both of them write incredibly sincere and powerful poems, even though they aren't mind-bogglingly complex or anything. And although their poems may be about one thing at first, with another read-through, you might find there's actually a deeper meaning behind the words. It does sound a bit more like a Sayori poetry. Is she really that deep? That's such a funny way to put that. Someone put edibles in his cider? Yeah, they totally did. Ratsmith, you shouldn't underestimate Sayori. In fact, why don't you ask her for another look at her... Why don't you ask for another look at her poetry? Then you'll see what I mean. Alright. I'll talk to her about it next time. But in the meantime, you want to show me your poem? I think it's about time we let your poem shine. Sure thing, Ratsmith. I like the way this turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Pressurized. Quick sip. Don't worry, there's no edibles. Alright. She's playing with the space on her paper, so you can tell this is a Monica poem here. Pressurized. I float there, in vast hollow emptiness, large but small, grandiose and overwhelming, yet a dust mote, drifting, meandering, carried along in endless void. But then I realize, my eyes open, bloodshot, my mouth opens, gasping, for breath in this crushing, suppressing, restraining, boundless, everlasting, suffocating vacuum of torment. Atmosphere, Pascal, Tor, screaming with no mouth, stretching, restraining, relenting, clawing with no nails, disintegrating in a suffocating poem of absence. I'm getting really concerned for Monica now. What is... This seems like more of a desperate call for help than in the actual official game. Shut my mouth open, gas. Yeah, it sounds like she's feeling sensory overload, or I think it's saying she's feeling oppressed. I think she's saying that the game is making her feel oppressed, like she can't even speak, and like she's being forced on a track that she doesn't want to be on, and that she's not even able to, like, no matter how much she pleads or tries to scream, she can't break it, and she's just like stuck on this one-way path that she can't turn back from. We in the vacuum of space, Savage oppressed, bro. It's a pretty good poem, though, to be honest. I totally feel what she's feeling, but I'm getting really concerned now. Monica, you good? It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? Really a free form, if that's what you call it. I guess that's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of a thing I've never really seen before, I guess. Honestly, me neither. Monica's poems are very Doki Doki. The other girls don't do this stuff nearly as much as you, at least. I guess you could say they're a bit more traditional when it comes to their structure, but I kind of like playing with the space of my paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of a poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short make it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. It fragments everything and leaves dissonant tone with the reader. I see. I guess there's a lot of things you can do with poetry. Definitely. Poetry is very much an art form. You're meant to craft poems using never-before-seen combinations of words to interpret the world around you. It's a really interesting and poetic way to put it, actually. You really love poetry, huh? Maybe you should write a poem about poetry someday. That's not a bad idea. That isn't, actually. I wonder if she does that. Anyway, it's hard for me to tell what your poem's about. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression or it's supposed to say or a feeling, right? A physical expression or a feeling. I guess they changed it to of a feeling. Interesting. Or a conversation with the reader. Putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's tip writing of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? Now, we've all had to experience that at this point with the poetry discussions and all. But it can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. If you find other people enjoy writing, though, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good, or okay, or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. Very true. It's much more encouraging that way. It'll make you want to continue improving. It definitely is more helpful getting real criticism and feedback rather than just empty words. Very true. I guess I've really hit the mother lode with the literature club. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Monica, are you okay, girl? I don't think she's okay. I'm getting a little tired, but I'm gonna do Natsuki. And then we'll end it.
Well, not bad, but not good. Honestly, it's just like your first poem.
Yeah. I did kind of try to write it like my first one, although I did attempt to make it a little bit better.
Well, mission accomplished, I guess. Still, same things last time. Trying to make it more creative. It's just kind of bland as is.
Noted.
Oh yeah, I should probably show you mine. Here.
You know, I wonder if I actually should try to appeal to all the girls. Because if you're not aware, you can appeal to multiple girls with a singular poem. It's just a little hard to do without fucking up. Doki Doki Motherload. Oh, man. Hey, if that was a fucking, if that was a Dokimon, I'd play it. But that sounds like an NSFW. The Motherload. Okay, whatever. I don't get it. Okay, this is completely new, too. I don't get why people will hate on good rhymes. They act like it's dumb and a waste of their time. I don't diss their free verse or deep subject types. Be dark all you want, just keep in your gripes. Oh, she's salty from yesterday still. She's salty from yesterday still. Oh, sure, you can tell me if you have a problem. Just keep it constructive and things will be awesome. I'd like you to know that our readers will differ. There's no best style. You smug old glue sniffer. Yo, what this Dr. Seuss diss track doing? Deep, dark, repressed anger. My poems may be simple and often straightforward, but charm can be found in such whimsy and order. Not all poems can be as complex as you'd like. If you think otherwise, you can go take a hike. She's diss-tracking Yuri! What about kids or the elderly too? Some read for fun. I guess I'm like you! Yo! Let's just go and enjoy what is written. You won't like it at all. That much is a given. But give things a chance. You might find something nice. Just open your mind, and that will suffice. Put this through Suno for real? Yo, let's do it. We should do it. Lil Nat spinning bars. Lil Nat! Chat, I'm gonna do it. Let's do it right now, actually. Let's see what Suno AI will do if we put this in here. Ooh, this is gonna be good one, chat. This is gonna be good. All right. I'm moving my screen over so I can see this while I'm typing. Let me share my screen with you guys here. All right. Okay. This is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be crazy, chat. Okay. So it says. All right. We'll start with I don't get it. I don't get it. Should I rap as we go along with these lyrics? I don't get it.
I don't get why people will hate on good rhymes and act like it's a waste of their time.
I want the AI to give it like a really high-pitched voice. Like a fucking little girl voice would be perfect. I am not a good, what's the word for like, is it typography when people are good at typing? I am really bad at typing. Have I ever told, I probably have told you guys, right? But I did not grow up with a computer. I never had one until I was like 13. My schools didn't use computers very much growing up either. So, I did not grow up typing, and therefore, I suck dick at typing. I always have. I'm not that bad, but I'm not that good. I'm just kind of average, I guess. I don't even know what average is, though. Maybe average is better than me. Typist. Yeah. Oh, wait. Did you guys ever see the Carl Jobs video on the typist? That she, like the old lady who was like lying about being like a fucking good typist or something with Guinness World Records. I don't know. It was so fucking silly. It was like he always goes over like cheated speedruns, but it was like some fucking old lady who was like typing and had like books about it or some bullshit or something. And it was all like a marketing ploy for this like different type of keyboard.
Oh, sure, you can tell me if you have a problem. Just keep it.
I'm excited to hear this. I'm genuinely excited to hear this. My brain's getting dumber from listening to this Natsuki theme for too long, if I'm being completely real with you. This is gonna be fire, chat. This is gonna be fire. Teacher, please don't give me an F for plagiarism. I'm doing it for shits and giggles, okay? Okay, things will be awesome. I'd like you to know that our readers... Oops. Honestly, Natsuki is not a bad poem writer, though. Her Eagles Can Fly poem is kind of embarrassing, to be completely honest with you. I think she was just shy. But I like Amy Has Spiders, and I like her beach poem quite a bit. And I don't dislike Natsuki. I actually feel like my eyes have opened up to her after watching Euro Brady's Therapist Play Doki playthrough. His analysis of Natsuki is a perspective I've never really taken, and I honestly really agree with it. I think much like all the other characters, Natsuki has just as much depth, and she's not just a tsundere. Much like how Yuri's not just a, whatever they call it, you know, the shy girl type. Yuri has a lot of depth, obviously. She has a lot of interest, depth, opinions on things, ways that she views the world and herself, and her own inner thoughts, and her own little autism spree. But Natsuki has just as much character development. And I think people disregard it because I think the genius of the writing is that might have been the point. Because her poems are about people overlooking her. And about, I mean, her parents neglect her, people overlook her, they don't accept her for who she is, they don't accept her style, and they just want her to be different like everyone else. So she acts tough because she feels the need to prove herself, and probably because her dad is like that. But I don't dislike Natsuki. I think she's just fucking young and frustrated. She's clearly very emotional. And like not like because of anger issues. I think it's because she's emotionally abused, sadly. I mean, just being real. Chat, this might be whack. I love the word whack. I don't know why. I've been using that word so often this last year. You guys have like a buzzword that specifically for you, like your own buzzword that you just love to use? I say whack a lot. That's not, I wouldn't really say that's my buzzword, but actually, what the fuck would my buzzword be? Shitcock. I don't say it as much nowadays. I used to say it a lot back then. I used to say bitch a lot. Bitch! The hell are you talking about? Bitch? I just think it's really funny. I don't know. I'm immature. Let me have it. Alright, almost done. Last verse.
But give things a chance. You might find something nice. Just open your mind, and that will suffice.
All right, very good. So I don't accidentally lose this somehow. I'm gonna make sure I copy it. Okay. My buzzword, would you rather have unlimited bacon but no games, or unlimited games? No games, but bacon, or whatever the fuck it is. Uh-oh. We don't have a... Oh, I forgot you guys aren't mods. Okay. Alright. It's okay. I think I deleted time before you guys saw it. Alright, styles. How would you guys help me out here? How would you explain like a Natsuki style? So first off, we need young anime girl singer. Let's go with cute, bubbly, diss track, anime vibes. Get that rapping. Yeah, we do need to put rap. Rap. I'm gonna put anime rap. And let's go with xylophone, because that's we're hearing it right now. That's Natsuki's specific instrument for some reason. Okay, let's see how this goes. All right, it will take a minute to generate. So while it's generating, let's do a little bit more Doki here. Oh, thank God, the full music's come back to me.
So what you think?
I mean, it's well written at least. Not sure how I should confront Natsuki about this. I know it's so awkward. She's so salty. She really wrote a fucking diss track about... Oh, man. Oh, man. I wonder if I can change this. Is this because... I wonder if this is... Like, chat, did you know in the actual Doki, most people do not know this. You are supposed to pick words for multiple girls, not all words for one girl. Because of one very simple reason. The girls will like dislike each other and be more argumentative and not even show you their poems if you don't pick their words. So it's good to mix up all of the words. I wonder if like they're reacting this way. This might be scripted. This might very well be scripted, but I am wondering if it's like that. And it looks like our poem song is done. So, you ready for this, chat? Let me pull this up here. All right. This is going to be good. Oh, I just renamed the song. You guys couldn't see it as typing. That's okay. All right. This is going to be good, chat. Here we go. This is very Natsuki coded so far.
I don't get why people will hate on good rhymes. They act like it's dumb and a waste of their time. I don't diss their free verse or deep subject types. Be dark all you want, just keep in your gripes. Oh sure, you can tell me if you have a problem. Just keep it constructive and things will be awesome. I'd like you to know that our readers will differ. There is no best style, you smuggle glue sniffer. My poems may be simple and often straightforward, but charm can be found in such whimsy and order. Not all poems can be as wit that's as you'd like. If you think otherwise, you
It's
can
very
go
anime.
take a hike. What about kids or the elderly too? Some read for fun, I guess, unlike you.
It's my favorite verse. It's so funny.
Let us just go and enjoy what is written. You won't like it all, that much is a given. But give things a chance, you might find something nice. Just open your mind, and that will suffice. Natsuki on the mic, word.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Just fucking lovely, chat. That was absolutely beautiful. Oh, man. All right, then. Good lord. All right, well, that was Natsuki's diss track of Yuri. Not sure I should confront Natsuki about this, but to say she still holds a grudge from yesterday would be an understatement. God forbid Yuri see this poem.
Hey, well, that's a given. But yeah, you could say that I was inspired. Felt really good to pound out those lines. Poetry's an amazing emotional outlet, you know.
Uh-huh. Wait, hold on.
What?
Natsuki, do you really think that showing her this poem is a good idea? You're really going at her throat with this. Don't you think you should work out your issues with her?
Well, she never tries to see things my way. Why should I?
I think that's the wrong way to go about this. Relationships are a two-way street. I say that all the time. Both people have to work to make things right. Why didn't you try being the bigger person and just talk to her first?
But I already know she's not going to try. She's always so preoccupied with looking complicated and smart.
Dude, are you jealous? Hello?
It's clear to me she just doesn't care if anyone can understand her, including me.
You can understand her if you don't even try. You can't understand her if you don't even try. She might speak using a more complex vocabulary, and she may have mannerisms that seem strange to you, but from what I've seen of the both of you, she's more similar to you than you might think.
Huh? That's...
Aren't you judging a book by its cover right now?
Well, whatever.
You can't hold a grudge forever, you know. At least think of Monica and Sayori.
Fine. I won't show Yuri my poem. Are you happy?
I won't be happy until you try to talk to her. She's not going to bite, Natsuki.
Alright, I get it. I try to talk to her sometime.
Thanks, you're gonna do the club proud.
Shut it! Man, now I gotta hide this poem away. I worked really hard on it, you know.
You could easily turn that energy away. You could easily turn that energy away towards more positive things, though, right?
I guess so. I'm just frustrated that my poem's message missed the mark this time. You should always try to make people... You should always try to make something people can take a message from. Remember that! Anyway, I'm gonna write a good one tomorrow, so just you wait!
Alright, Natsuki. I kind of liked this track, but it was a little immature. Holy shit! Why she's so proud of it? It was a W diss track. I was gonna say it's kind of a good diss track, but Jesus Christ, is she just laying that on hard? I was gonna end after that, but I actually really want to see what Yuri has to say now. All right, let me take a look at your piece for today. Chat, put your predictions in chat now. Do you think is Yuri gonna be immature too? Yuri does not seem like the type, but I wonder if she's gonna be passive aggressive and like have some nudges at Natsuki in her poem. The One Piece. I must say, Radsmith, I like this poem a fair bit more than yesterday's. Even this early, your skill is improving remarkably. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Wait, I got to say Yuri, didn't I? No, I did, because we got her route earlier in the day. Probably just a subtle remark or something, just subtle. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. That means a lot. I know how much you care about this sort of thing. Huh? It's really no trouble. I know sometimes writing can be a daunting task, so don't be too concerned if things don't always work out. Pushing the boundaries in poetry can be a great thing. Metaphors might seem complicated sometimes, but don't stress about them too much. While of course, you want to choose images that can capture the message you're trying to get across, I think the first thing that comes to mind are probably the clearest. Even if the wow, she's yapping. Even if the metaphor doesn't seem to make much sense, it can force your reader to think about something they wouldn't normally. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. I kind of get what she's saying. I need to put some of the new Doki emotes in the Twitch chat. Like the Yuri Yap emote. We need that one. We really need the Yap emote. I think I might have to go with my next poem. Thank you for sharing that with me, Yuri. Well, if you'd like to see an example of that, I've written something that captures that essence. Sure, I'd love to take a look. If it's something you've written, I'm sure it'll floor me. Yuri smiles shyly, handing me her poem. Resist. A whimsical, tiny, what does it say? Cease, friend? What does it say? Wait. Whimsical, tiny. Sarah's friend? Wait, what? Saris? Is that what it says? What does that mean? Bright or deep red color? Saris? What the fuck? That's a word? That's what I'm thinking. I didn't know that was a word. Alright. So it's essentially a whimsical, tiny, deep red friend. Sleeps along with my amber bookend. Dreaming about a sanguine, what does it say? A sanguine day? Oh my goodness. What does it say? What is that? I literally don't. This is the first time I've ever played a game and I don't know what most of the words mean. Sanguine? Optimistic or positive, especially in an apparently bad or difficult situation. Holy shit, it's a sanguine staff from Terraria. Wait, what? What? Okay, wait, so it says a whimsical, tiny, deep red friend sleeps along with my amber bookend, dreaming about a optimistic day where mirrored, right? It says mirrored? Where mirrored slender lampposts play. She beckons me. Oh shit, why am I having so much trouble reading her handwriting? Oh, her hand extends. Wow, I didn't know what I thought that said. She beckons me. Her hand extends. Piercing pupils. Readily end. Right? That says end? Does that say rend? Oh, like I guess that makes sense. Her pupils are rend. Okay. Azure channels bend and twist, cautiously held above the wrists. However, she finds her advances shunned. Always cracking, always stunned. Never able to draw the lance across my arms. She's never danced. Perhaps it would be for the best if I laid her down to rest. While I haven't given in to painful pleading from within. I think that might be smart to save the song of fumbling hearts lest tears make me dizzily fall, and answer her violet, virulent call. Wait, I've heard the word virulent. I think I kind of know what it means. It just means of like extreme severity or hostile. Okay. I like to. I don't understand what this poem's about. I was pretty good at analyzing the rest of them. Wait, so what exactly? Okay, so a small friend sleeps with my amber bookend, dreaming about a sanguine day where mirrored slender lampposts play. So I guess is she talking about Natsuki is the question. I'm not sure. It didn't feel necessarily. It might be. So a person who's dreaming about everybody all happily, all happy, you know, super happy, smile, fun times, dreaming about like fantasy, I think is what it's saying. She beckons me, her hand extends, piercing pupils readily rend. Azure channels bend and twist, cautiously held above the wrist. What does this one mean? She beckons me, her hand extends, piercing pupils readily rend. So she's extending her hand, and her eyes are like deeply locked on her, like perhaps aggressively. But what does it mean by azure channels bend and twist? Is this like... Okay, I thought azure meant blue. I wanted to make sure I wasn't misunderstanding. Azure means blue. I thought so. So azure so blue channels bend and twist, cautiously held above the wrist. Blue is usually associated with sadness or calmness. So what is she saying here? I don't know what this verse means. Yuri rap next. However, she finds her advances shunned, always cracking, always stunned, never able to draw the lance. Across my arms, she's never danced. So she's declining the friend of red, and something about her, either Yuri's wrist being blue or the. It's a little hard to tell if she's talking about her wrist or not. Yeah, because it doesn't say I or her. It's a little hard to tell. Always crackling, always stunned, never able to draw the lance. Across my arm, she's never danced. So I'm really having a hard time understanding Yuri's poem, to be honest. She advances stunned, always cackling, always... Oh, shunned, sorry. Her advance is shunned. So she's being turned down, and she's always being upset by this. Never able to draw the lance across my arm, she's never danced. So is it saying that she's shunned and she feels bad about it and she's too afraid to fight back, but she doesn't even understand me? She's trying to like aggressively, maybe the handshake is aggressive, maybe she's trying to like pull her into a trick. Maybe like the Azure is referring to that there's like some kind of mask behind the handshake, that like there's a vile intent there, and that like she's not even, that Yuri's denying her because she knows that there's something more to it and she doesn't even understand her. I think that's what she's trying to say. Perhaps it would be for the best if I laid her down to rest, whilst I hadn't given in to painful pleading from within. This sounds very, like, morbid if she's talking about fucking killing her. What? What is it saying? I don't know what this is saying. Is she talking about Sayori? She has reddish hair and azure eyes. Oh. Ooh, maybe. Wait. Maybe it is about Sayori. Her hand extends, piercing pupils, readily red, azure channels, bend and twist. Oh! Actually, I think you're onto something. I think the azure channels are not only referring to her eyes, but I think the azure channels that are bending and twisting behind the cheerful hand that's being extended might refer to Yuri recognizing the depression and sadness that Sayori is putting on a mask and hiding underneath behind all this bubbly, you know, all this bubbly sanguine day dancing. She finds her advances shunned, always cracking, always stunned, never able to draw the lance. Across my arm, she's never danced. So is it saying, like, Yuri's been observing Sayori the entire time, but maybe Yuri wants to be friends with Sayori and they just haven't gotten the chance to get closer because Sayori doesn't offer herself up to Yuri in the same way that she does to the others? Maybe? You might say I'm looking too deeply into this, but this is poetry. Perhaps it would be for the best if I laid her down to rest. See, this line confuses the hell out of me. What? Well, whilst I haven't given in to painful pleading from within, I think that it might be smart to save the song of fumbling hearts, lest tears make me dizzily fall, and answer her virulent call. Is she saying that she doesn't approach Sayori herself because she might actually make it worse? Because maybe Yuri already has problems of her own and she doesn't think it would help, and she thinks that Sayori opening up about her problems would actually be bad for both of them? Is that her perspective? Because that's the way I'm reading this from this perspective. That is a complex poem. Okay. I think I get it. I felt a bit guilty after yesterday's argument with Natsuki. I wanted to experiment with my style a bit more. Hopefully it's not too confusing, Yuri. I understood yesterday's poem. This one is very confusing. No, it's fine. Even if it's a bit more involved than yesterday's, I still like it. That's one way of putting it. Noticing a lot more symbolism as well. I don't want to assume anything, but the tone of this poem, I'm not sure how to describe it. Yeah, I don't know either. Yes, I really wanted to test my abilities in a creative expression. I didn't go too far, did I? No, it's really good. I just don't know if I'm good enough at this to deduce the meaning. I don't either, MC. This poem requires a video essay, Yuri. Hey! I can make a Doki Blue Skies poem analysis after my Doki Literature Club poem analysis. So I'm going to make that really soon. That's going to be my first Doki video I'm making. If I had to explain it, I'd say it's about a closely guarded secret. I imagine everyone has a little something like that, something they're forced to keep to themselves for fear of ridicule. It's nice to be able to write about that sort of thing every now and then. So, is she talking... What? She's not talking about her cutting thing, is it? Does it sound like she's... Wait, was it? Oh, I can't read it again now. Was it about her cutting problem? Is that the friend? Is that the friend? Oh man, I don't know. That is a complicated ass poem. Anyways, if it's something you enjoy doing, shouldn't you write about it more? I can see it that way. Yeah, it might be. I definitely don't think it was about Natsuki though. Well, it's not that simple. It's something I'm uncomfortable talking about. I'm sure people would understand if anyone were to find out about it. People would understand? Well, I guess as long as it's not hurting anyone, people shouldn't pry. Do you think so? Sorry, I was just thinking of something. It's a good point, though. The best I can do is try to embrace my own weirdness, right? Is it about her cutting herself? I didn't get that vibe. Otherwise, I think I'd hate myself. Sorry to keep you so long. So is she still cutting herself even in Doki Blue Skies? Is it going to get serious, chat? I wonder if this is going to get serious. Thank you for allowing me to ramble. Oh man, I really want to do a Yuri route of this game now. I'm kind of curious. I'll just skip through all the text you've already seen if I do that. This is really fucking interesting. I'm actually surprised at the depth of Doki Blue Skies. I was kind of just expecting it to be like a more emotion and romantic based version of Doki Literature Club, but it actually seems like there's a lot of depth to what's happening. With Monika, Yuri, Natsuki is going through some emotions, and Sayori just seems really happy, which is surprising, and I guess good. She kind of deserves it. But there's a lot of depth. It's actually making, it is immersing me. It's making me think a lot about it, to be honest. Okay. Should I stop, or should I just read Sayori's poem? I'm a little tired. I don't know if I have it in me right now. I am curious if her poem is different, but I don't think I'd have the ability to break it down right now. But, okay. That's very interesting. I am enjoying Doki Blue Skies, so I will definitely be continuing. I might, if I feel like it, I might do shorter streams of Doki Blue Skies in favor of doing some other games. But I don't mind these longer streams either. That's enough edibles kicking in. Yeah. Maybe I really legitimately will do a Doki Blue Skies analysis though, because that's pretty, I don't know, it's pretty interesting, honestly. All right, well, that's that. Thanks for joining. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I will be doing more soon, like more than likely the following weekend. So yeah, that's it. I don't have an outro still, sorry. But I'll see you guys next time, Rat members. Thanks for joining. This mod is very detailed compared to other mods. It is. A lot of writing. All right, well, nighty-night.